This meeting is called to order, and we'll have the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. Ms. Daly, do you want to do the pledge or the invocation? Invocation, please, and the Pledge of Allegiance by Ms. Jones.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for watching over us and taking care of us, Lord. We just ask you to be with us as we continue our year, Lord, and just let us have a safe and productive year. And Lord, we just ask you to watch over everyone that's involved in our students' education. And these things we ask in my name. Amen.
Amen. Let's stand for the pledge. Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Please note that Ms. Billy Daly, Mr. Mike McMillan, Mr. Morris Moody, Ms. Elaine Jones, and myself are all present. Approval of agenda. The superintendent recommends approval of the meeting agenda.
Make a motion.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Action consent. Approval of contracted services. The superintendent recommends the approval of the following contracted services. Request to approve payment to the following for football building maintenance / transition West Blockton High School. Payment will be made from West Blockton High School football booster funds. Antoine Autry, $6,750. Chris Parks, $2,000. Brennan Morris, $1,000.
Make that motion.
Second.
Discussion, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Request to approve payment to Crystal Pips to provide art lessons 1 day per week, November 2022 through May 2023, Woodstock Elementary School. Payment of $100 per day will be made from Title IV funds.
I make that motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Request to approve payment to Angela Chesser to administer achievement tests and other assessments for students being referred for special education services, November 2022 through May 2023. Payment of $35 per hour up to 10 hours per week will be made from IDEA funds.
I make that motion.
Second.
Discussion?
Does Angela retire?
Yes, she has.
I thought she worked.
She has retired.
Oh, she's, okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Request to approve payment to Dr. Gregory Samuels to provide professional development for Cahaba Christian Academy, January 3rd, 2023. Payment of $400 will be made from the Title II / Cahaba school funds.
Make a motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Request to approve payment to UCA for cheer routine instruction for the state competition, December 1st, 2022. West Blockton Middle School, payment of $525 will be made from West Blockton Middle School local school funds.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Approval of bids. The superintendent recommends the approval of the following bids. Request to approve the extension of bid number 20/21-19, copier bid lease to Advanced Business Machines from October 1st, 2022 through September 30th, 2023, with an option to extend for up to 3 years.
Make a motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Request approval of packet bid number 39-21 to purchase a milk cooler and a pass-through cooler / refrigerator from Bresco for Bibb County High School for a total of $14,891.64.
I make that motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Personnel action. The superintendent recommends the approval of the following personnel actions. Request to approve the resignation of Brett Lightsey as assistant varsity baseball coach, West Blockton High School, effective December 17th, 2022.
Make a motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Request to approve the transfer of Starla Conroy, PE teacher at West Blockton Middle School, to PE teacher at West Blockton Elementary School, effective January 3rd, 2023.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Request to approve Lewis Edward Sullivan as Facilities Director, effective December 1st, 2022, pending release from current employer.
I make that motion.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Approval of substitutes. Request to approve the following substitutes. Madeline Alston, classroom substitute.
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Next board meeting / work session. Board work session will be held Tuesday, December 6th, 2022 at 10 a.m. And board meeting will be Tuesday, December 13th, 2022 at 5 p.m. And we'll now have superintendent remarks.
Is it 10 or 10:30?
Mr. McGee, you want to talk about the chamber coffee when we're
Yeah.
going to kind of bump
10
it?
or 10:30.
Right, well, right now, there's scheduled, Bibb County High School, has been asked to host the monthly chamber coffee, Chamber of Commerce, at 9 o'clock on Tuesday, December 6th, over here at the, new facility. So all of you would be invited to that, and it may push us needing to make this meeting about 30 minutes later at 10:30. By the time we'll sort of do a walk through the chamber. Chamber meetings usually, coffees like that. A lot of times they're over within an hour, but if we move this to 10:30, that gives just a little bit of wiggle room so that we're not rushing back. It's not over right at an hour, but most of the chamber coffees are usually from 9 till around 10 o'clock anyway, but I think we might want to make this board work session at 10:30, just in case there's some lingering talk or meeting or visiting with other people in the chamber on that day. So
Okay.
if it's okay with y'all, we'll call this a 10:30 work
Okay.
session instead of 10 o'clock. And then the board meeting, the regularly scheduled second Tuesday board meeting would be the 13th at 5 p.m. Yes, I want to thank the committee we had in that conducted the interviews for facilities and maintenance director position. We interviewed 6 out of 9 total applicants on Friday, the 18th, November the 18th here. And I want to thank those committee members. Mr. Hodge served on that, Mr. Mims, Mr. Lawley, Camille, Ms. Gibson. Thank them for that. I'm looking forward to Mr. Sullivan coming in as the new facilities director. He had indicated that he would give a 2 weeks notice to his current employer. And so while we don't have a definite start date, it should be within the next 2 weeks, if not sooner. As far as the facilities are going, we had another final inspection over here at Bibb County High School, and there's still an issue up in the ductwork with a couple of sensors, heat, smoke sensors that did not pass on that day, so there's hopefully a re-inspection actually on Tuesday the 6th, that afternoon. The facility itself, I spoke with Mr. Penley, the state inspector. I had told him we had planned to host a chamber coffee, and he said there'd be no problem with that, and I assured him that there, we would not, the facility wouldn't be in use by students or employees, but that, it's finished, it's a completed building, but there were, I wanna say one or two, smoke detectors and some duct work that did not, function properly. So the, contractors, installers were going to fix that and hopefully have another final inspection on the afternoon of the 6th that would be a final inspection. Work up at West Blockman's going on pretty smoothly as planned. There is an above ceiling inspection for the big project there on the morning of December 6th. And that project is moving right along. It's still showing a mid to late January completion day. We'll go over this more in the work session. As far as the maintenance transportation building, the old Health Tech's building, we have a couple of bids for you to consider, and we'll go over those in the work session. But we do have a bid to re-roof the whole thing without tearing any of it down. And we have another bid to demo roughly 70% of that building and re-roof what's left. And the two bids are pretty negligible. There's about maybe $150,000 between the two. So we'll have that discussion at the work session on what we want to do. We just got those bid openings Tuesday of last week for the re-roof. So that's something to consider. Do we tear a good bit of that building down and re-roof what's left, or do we just re-roof the whole building? And the difference is going to be roughly around $200,000. So we'll discuss that at the next work session and share those bids with you. But otherwise, I don't have anything else. I appreciate you coming in today. We wanted to get primarily, if we could today, facilities maintenance director position approved on or before December 1st, and we've done that. I look forward to you meeting Mr. Sullivan, and like I said, we anticipate him coming in sometime within the next 10 days to 2 weeks. That's all I have, Ms. Gibson.
Request to adjourn the meeting.
I'd like to,
Yes, sir.
Ms. Gibson, Mr. McGee, I presume then at the work session, next meeting, we will set the new superintendent's salary? Is that
Right.
on schedule?
It should be, yes.
Yes.
I mean, it has to be done by law.
Absolutely, at the December meeting.
And, the other question I wanted to ask him, and, make sure, Mr. Hodge, you need to be aware of this. I don't, remember any discussion on the destruction of the old garment plant at West Blockton, a due date for the work to be completed.
I don't think there was a set, completion for that.
The reason I'm even bringing it up, the work has started,
Mm-hmm.
but it has stopped. And I don't know the reason. It's not my position or authority to even, call and question. But there is a concern, that this thing could drag on and on and on. cause there's not a due date. And, I don't know where it's too late for that. The agreement's been made. Was anything signed?
There was nothing signed, it was just a
I mean,
quote to.
By
to
law,
put
then
the
he can
warrant.
just quit, pull out, and we'd have to find somebody else.
Has he,
That's just a question.
has he done that? Has he quit and pulled out? I haven't heard that.
No, don't get me wrong, I'll re-explain, I'll try to.
You're
explain
saying
that
that
better.
it started.
If he happened to quit, then I see no point in paying him for what he's done. This is just my opinion.
Oh, right, yeah. I mean,
Right. And my concern is that this thing could drag on, and it may be too late to do anything about the agreement, which was more or less, I guess, a
Yeah.
verbal agreement. We didn't have anything signed or written.
No,
I really, at the point, at that time, to be honest, I wasn't even thinking about that.
Didn't you take bids?
we got quotes, and he has
Well,
the
what
lowest
bid?
quote, it's a quote, yeah.
Yeah, but
It was
there's
under-
no agreement. What I'm trying to explain is no time limit. There's no agreement on when you'll get paid and that kind of thing, is it?
On completion,
But I think he has.
Upon completion, you would say, yeah, but. All right, I'm trying to explain myself. The work has stopped. I don't know when it will continue. I'd like to see it get done, but if we don't have any means to enforce, let's get on it. Kevin, if you're listening, you may have valid reasons, but when you take a job to tear something down, Christmas holidays is coming up, that'd be an ideal time. No school, no students, no traffic.
I think he meant to,
Anyway.
the work is stopped, so he's just.
So,
concerned.
but I'll just say, Mr. Hodges, what's your opinion? You're the financial officer.
Again, what we did was a purchase order for that, and the purchase order kind of becomes the contract at that point, and that's good for a year. Sometimes 90 days to a year, but there was no stipulation on when it would be complete, and that's just something we'll need to call and check with, but we will not pay anything until it's completed.
Okay.
Mr. Moody, when you say it stopped, like you've been told that the worker is,
Let me put it this way, it's temporarily halted, apparently. There's no work going on right now. It wasn't during the Thanksgiving holiday.
oh, okay,
Work was started for a
right,
couple of days, and some progress was made. I can see progress being made. But it's since, well, I'd say this whole past week, the whole past week,
What
very
now?
little, if any, was done.
Kerry and Karen both have the flu.
oh, I mean, I don't know, I haven't talked to him, but-
I know that, I'm just trying to make everybody aware of it.
okay, all right. I'll call and see.
And like I say, the way the thing's set up, there's no time limit, that's for him to get it done. And I'm just repeating myself for the third or fourth time, he could drag this thing on for how long? And I don't think he would. I'm not saying he would, but it's a concern, that's all. That's it, that's all I can get out right now to try to explain.
Anything else? All right, request to adjourn the meeting.
I make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned.